handles, all right? So you let us know if it's clear, not clear, wrong, correct, but this is a conversation around road safety generally. Leo hamwendi job, or is it too early? There is zero traffic on Thika Road. I thought so. That is, of course, a tweet by Edwinata. What on Thika Road, I told you for sure, people are struggling with waking up. Lakini mwamkeni mwende kazini. Just 19 minutes ago, it has been Nwe on Thika Road, a bit more clearer than usual. What on Thika Road, are you going to work? Remember, these are tweets via @3roots. Let me know if it's gotten better or worse where you are at in, relevance or reference to the particular tweet that I'm reading. This one by Edwinata is saying, Leo, watu wa Thika Road hamwendi job. Is it too early? Sasa tunaenda kuangalia again if anyone else thinks otherwise. Good morning. Lights out on Outer Ring Road. It used to be well lit. And of course some pictures are shared there on Outer Ring Road. It's not well lit anymore. So among other traffic updates, we look at road safety issues. Now the pictures you're seeing are of the Outer Ring Road. I must say this is pretty scary for any road user. It could be a pedestrian, a pillion, a motorist, a cyclist, somebody skating. If the roads are not well lit at dawn, and I'm talking about 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., people are on the road as early as 3 a.m. or even through the night. But the roads are not well lit. What are we looking at? Hazards. We're looking at, accidents. We're looking at very narrow tunnel vision. Alertness is reduced. What is happening with our roads and the lighting? All right, now Outer Ring Road doesn't look so good. 21 minutes ago, I know, I must imagine how that felt for that particular person tweeting. Juja Road, Madaraka Day, no Madaraka Day. Weekday, Juja Road is busy, busy, busy. And as you can see, that tweet by Julius Otieno 04, Thika Road, Juja Road, Kameshikana. It is busy this morning on Juja Road. I must say, brace yourselves. Sometimes you don't have an alternative route. But as the picture comes to your screen, Juja Road is pretty much busy like any other weekday would be. So there is bumper to bumper right there. Vehicles, not really on a parking lot. I'm hoping it's a flowing traffic. Please confirm that to me via @LookUpTV, @3roots, @RoadAlertsKE. Is that particular, traffic I'm seeing on Juja Road flowing traffic? Talk to me on that same tweet @3roots. And of course, real quick, what does it look like? Traffic on Juja Road again near MAB. I don't know what happens whenever the traffic cops land massively on this road. Sad to say that it's a gridlock this morning. Miss Adis just giving us more emphasis on Juja Road. Earlier on, there was a picture highlighted again by one of the tweets right here on @3roots, but just to reiterate the same tweet, Juja Road hasn't been so good since 6 a.m. today. And of course, seems to be, attributing this to the traffic cops, which should be a bit ironical for me, because when there is a troop of traffic cops, I feel that it should be easy for Juja Road. However, the question here by this tweet at this via @3roots says, traffic galore along Juja Road near MAB. I don't know what happens whenever the traffic cops land massively on this road. Sad to say that it's a gridlock this morning. That is via @Miss Adis. How is it now, though? It's 7 minutes into the hour. Is Juja Road easing? Is it getting worse? Please also advise any other person coming from Juja or Thika for that matter, if there are any other alternative routes they might want to use or consider, because it's one of those days, feels like a Monday, doesn't it? After a weekend, your weekend, quote unquote, your Madaraka Day, you're pretty much waking up into another Monday blues. I'm hoping it's not, because we are killing those blues right here on the Morning Drift. Anyway, Juja doesn't look so good. Juja Road doesn't look so good. Thika Road looks quite good. I mean, surprisingly. And I can see the commuter train from Ruiru. Today we got it, guys. It is at the Mutindwa stage right now, a few seconds ago. So you can catch that train. If there is, a way you can catch it, you're right on time. If you're a minute away, just hope, and it will be right there. You can actually board that. At Kenya Railways, must move with speed to complete the stalled Mutindwa railway station. We talked about this. At Outer Ring Road, KE, thank you very much for this tweet. We agreed, and of course we got response from at Kenya Railways saying that they are working on this project, and I thought I wouldn't highlight it again. At @3roots, please confirm with me that this is still a project stalling at the moment. As we're speaking for all those commuters who use the train, remember we also include you and consider you in this discussion. I don't want to be talking to myself. Let me know what your thoughts are. Also on Facebook at LookUpTV, use the hashtag #TheMorningDrift. However, good news, if you are just a minute away from the Mutindwa stage and you want to commute using the train or by train for that matter, the commuter train from Ruiru is currently at the Mutindwa stage and of course at Kenya Railways again. Ladies and gentlemen, on this particular concern, we have talked about this and I am not being red alert on this. I'm just inquisitive and it is a matter of concern. How far are we on picking up this project? We already applauded the Kenya Railways for, of course, picking up, this concern, starting up something, and halfway we seem to have posed a little longer. The comma is a little bit bolder. So the question would be then, when do we get the promise right? When do we get the action actually, vivid for us to actually say this is not a stalling project? So once again, Outer Ring Road KE, that is the Twitter handle that is, of course, calling out at Kenya Railways _ saying, please, we must move with speed to complete the stalled Mutindwa railway station. There's a picture of it today, so let's hear from Kenya Railways again today. Remember to tweet at LookUpTV, at Doris Anki, and at Mathri Roots. Don't forget to also tag at Road Alerts KE and at Road Safety and Safe Driving Practices. I had to pause there because there is a unique group of road users or train users for that matter. Transport is the heart of Arrive Alive. Okay, moving on to other issues. There is a situation that I'm just going to pass for now, but of course just looking at Road Alerts KE real quick. It's 11 minutes into the hour, that is 11 a.m. How are other roads in other towns? We'll continue to upgrade the Arrive Alive and go to different counties by the day, get to know how Mombasa looks, how Kisumu looks, how Nakuru looks, how Samburu would look, how Turkana would look in the morning. And this would be very, very exciting. So be guaranteed or feel assured that we will be working on more, things on at LookUpTV Arrive Alive. Now, Road Alerts KE, for a while there, I felt they let road safety issues slide, but let's see what they have this morning, if there is anything at all. Again, nothing much going on Road Alerts KE. Let's switch over real quick to NTSA Kenya, the authority that, of course, ensures efficient, reliable, and convenient transportation in this country. What is the alert this morning? Road safety concerns over campaign processions. We expected this of NTSA. Thank you very much. Now campaigns are officially kicking in, and of course we want to know if our politicians take road safety seriously. There is a release right here that has been released on road safety concerns. It might come to your screen shortly. Remember, I'm on NTSA Kenya's official Twitter handle, and we just want to know, is anyone speaking on road safety during the campaigns? You do know that election periods can get crazy, and sometimes the road user is only worried about, am I safe? Are my children safe to go to school during this campaign period? Are the politicians then concerned about what they will be doing on the roads with every other user? I will not read the entire, notice, but of course this is a release from the government spokesperson. And it says the road safety concerns over campaign processions with immediate release, and for immediate release in the last few weeks, just the first, paragraph, cases of road crashes, most of which have led to unnecessary loss of innocent lives, have been on the rise. Quite accurate. It is noted with great concern that motorists and border riders are exhibiting high levels of lawlessness and with total disregard for safety measures, particularly while on campaign trails, now thus endangering not only their lives, but also that of other road users. Now, dear viewer and esteemed viewer, as we discuss the Arrive Alive, I want you to rush to at NTSA Kenya, at the state, of course, the immediate road safety release by the government spokesperson, and of course that is on behalf of the government. And cases of procession riders, on the second paragraph of this release reads that cases of procession riders and motorists speeding, number one, overlapping, number two, driving or riding on the wrong side of the road, and passengers dangerously hanging on vehicles have increased. I think we have all seen this. Fatalities and serious injuries as a result of failure to adhere to basic road safety rules have also been recorded. Now, the government therefore noted, or rather notes, that open tracks used to ferry supporters lack basic safety features such as seat belts and can present a risk in the event of a crash. Ladies and gentlemen, this has touched on the riders, the boda riders, and of course those hanging in vehicles. I will of course include all the matatu industry stakeholders to also be keen on the same. And of course those who actually own personal vehicles, not left out in this press release. Further, I'm just going to pick that last one. Of course, further, it has been observed that a number of campaign vehicles, note this very carefully for all the politicians watching the Arrival Live today, with all the due respect, are covering their number plates, all right, to conceal their identity, while others, rather, are operating without the plates. But how is that possible? At NTSA Kenya, please, kuwa macho yetu. Why would they do that? Now, motor vehicle owners are therefore warned, and I will reiterate and echo this release right here on Arrival Live, as is my duty. Motor vehicle owners are warned against engaging in this practice, and the National Police Service, for that matter, NPS, is advised to impound any vehicle contravening the Traffic Act, and of course spectators and supporters cheering their candidates are equally cautioned against being in close proximity with campaign vehicles and to keep safe distance from the roads. I will not really analyze the entire press release. I just want to reiterate that the government has called upon all parties and supporters, therefore, including myself and you, to observe traffic rules as election campaign activities intensify countrywide. It must also be understood, therefore, esteemed viewer, that road safety is a shared responsibility, and the unnecessary loss of lives can be avoided if all of us ensure our safety and that of other road users. I want to appreciate in a very special way Cyrus Oguna, Colonel, retired Cyrus Oguna, who is the government spokesman for that matter, and for that release. Sir, we appreciate your voice on this. We were looking forward to the government actually speaking on road safety concerns. So go back and get the entire road safety concerns over campaign processions, press release rather, from the government through the government spokesperson office, and read, internalize, because we are looking forward to the law taking center stage, lives being saved, people arriving alive. As much as the campaigns are exciting, fun, mandatory, and actually walking us through to the August 9th polls, let us be our brother's keeper. Call out on vehicles you see without number plates. Take pictures of these vehicles. If anyone is unruly on the roads, with the authority given to me by the government this morning, I'm here to remind you all to hold accountable any road users, campaign trails, all right, any boda riders who seem to put your life at risk on those particular roads. Tweet at Lookup TV, DM at Lookup TV. Feel free to follow the NTSA Kenya, use their applications as well, and also tweet at Mathuri. We will have that information released and given to the authorities. Remember, the National Police Service being called in seriously to ensure that road safety is achieved during this campaign season and period. Remember, it's 2 months of intensity. Remember to take care of your children. Talk to your children about road safety as well. Let them know there are campaigns ongoing. Parents and guardians, I have to remind us all, even as we go back to at Mathuri, talk to your children. Say, honey, baby girl, baby boy, it is different on the roads right now. If you see a convoy, this is what to do. This is what not to do, all right? Do not panic, do not get overexcited, and remember, the proximity has also been emphasized. Now, Thika Road was new a few minutes ago. Thika Road was new a few minutes ago. How is it now? All right, now Thika Road, as you head towards Service Lane, Kamishikana, Hakasongi. I knew something would happen in a few minutes. Quite unpredictable our roads can be in the next minute. That's why you are always told, please plan yourself and don't be a minute late from your schedule by leaving your house a little later. I know it looks like a Monday morning for you all who enjoyed yesterday's Madaraka Day. It seemed like one short holiday, a very short weekend for you. But now Thika Road was new earlier on, just a minute ago or two thereabout. Thika Road, as you head towards town, that is the service lane, Kamishikana, Hakasongi. Therefore, thank you, Jairus Nyakagwa, pardon me, for that tweet via Atma3 Routes. Perhaps then the highway looks a little better. So just before you join the service lane, if you're leaving the likes of Ruiru, perhaps Kahawa, Sukari, you don't have to use the service lane on Thika Road. You might opt for the highway, and I want to see how the highway is. It's moving on the service lane, no problem. But it's pretty much almost not, because wamesema kameshikana kushikana. I would advise that you just maintain the highway if you're using Thika Road, okay, Thika Superhighway. Something like that, okay? It is safer that way. So, of course, the commuter train, as we mentioned earlier on, nothing new really going on Atma3 Routes. Watu wa Jogoo Road mulisema hamtaki mambo ya Atma3 Routes ama kulienda vipi. So I'm going to find out other alternative ways of finding out the traffic updates around the country. But there has been a lot of nasty road accidents in the past few days, and that is why we're seeing also the government finally bringing out their sentiments and thoughts on the same, making it very clear you have to be on the right side of the law. We will be highlighting most of those people who breach those particular, those particular concerns. I'm going to check on Kenyan traffic again, once again, to see what's going on there. Good morning, Mombasa Road is listening. Oh yeah, okay, good. Okay, thank you very much. What else is going on Kenyan traffic? What else is going on? Let me see. There seems to be something going on. I'll just start traffic galore at Juja. There's an accident somewhere, and I'm trying to find out where that is real quick on Kenyan traffic. Voi Bridge. What is going on Voi Bridge? All right, remember I'm at Kenyan traffic if you're following with me on Twitter. And Moses Madegwa has a concern, saying I'm struggling to understand what Bridge Voi means on sign post at Gateway Mall and All Park. I'm also waiting for that report by Kenha and Atma3 Routes. Anyone knows what Bridge Voi means? If it does exist there, please talk to us and enlighten us. Kenyan traffic again, let me see. Traffic galore again near MAB. I don't know what happens with the traffic cops. I mentioned that earlier on. Thank you very much at Kenyan traffic. Let me see again. All right, there is this tweet by Mimo_Njuguna as I wrap up the road alerts. Mimo_Njuguna saying, from the deepest depths of my soul, I hate, that's the word she used, but I'd rather use I dislike, that Ngong Road stretches with no light or a single lane marking. We talked about Outer Ring, and now we're seeing Ngong Road. Again, we need lights on the roads. Okay, allow me to take a short breather, because I think I need to sip some hot water. But it looks like it's not very good on Thika Road, not very good on Juja Road. Yes, pretty much. Those are the ones taking center stage this morning. And some few lights needed on Outer Ring and on Ngong Road. I take a short breather. We come in with a very intriguing, awakening, and eye-opening conversation. When we had this sit down, I marveled. But then he was very right about most of the things that he put out when we sat down with the chairman of the Road Safety Association of Kenya. And some of these things, he said, after the international renown television highlighted the Kenyan roads and calling it the deadly roads, they came out, challenged, gave a bit of information, and we're still to do follow-up on this particular conversation. But if you missed this discussion, today is another chance again to watch it on the Arrive Alive after the short break, right here on #TheMorningDrift.
Are you looking to turn your passion to purpose? Vera Beauty and Fashion College now brings you online classes at the comfort of your home. We are a TVET-approved institution with over 20 years experience in training competency-based courses in fashion design and creative arts, cosmetology, hairdressing, beauty therapy, interior design in soft furnishings, event decoration and flower arrangement, hospitality and catering, and training of trainers. To enroll, call us today on 0704 577 577 or visit our website at www.verabeautycollege.com. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, a center of excellence.
Help me identify a beautiful womb. I never came across one till I got to Vera.
Kwa habari kutoka kaunti zote nchini Kenya.
Habari zinazoangazia masuala yanayokugusa moja kwa moja ni habari kutoka mashinani. Tunakujuza kuhusu uchumi.
Hakuna haja ya kupiga kura. Tunapigia viongozi gani? Na sisi tunapata tabu.
Kilimo. Afya.
Sisi kama wahudumu wa afya ikifika saa 6 usiku hatutakuwa kazini.
Uzalishaji na siasa katika kuelimisha na kutoa hamasa ya kipekee.
Tunataka uchumi wa Kenya usaidie mkubwa kwa wadogo.
Ungana nami Lame Kaungo ninapoleta taarifa hizi hapa Look Up TV.
Okay, so what is your top manifesto for children?
Children to be children.
When we are working on Kenya report to the African Committee on the Rights and Welfare of the Child, we need to hear voices from all the 47 counties, voices of the children.
Involving children in any policy making, even at the village level, is as important as implementing it.
Majority of the children that are born today, you have a family of 8. The woman doesn't have a job. She doesn't have a husband. She's a single mother or she's a widow. And she's got 8 children. She can't feed them.
Hi there, my name is George Muteti, Senior Sales Manager, Optrend Real Estate, and we are happy to be here at our offices at Absa Towers, 14th floor along Lloyd Street. And it's a beautiful day, and we are happy to host a special friend, Mr. Kimani, Chairman of Kenya in Northwest Community in Seattle, Washington. Please, I want to give him a chance to introduce himself.
Thank you very much, George, for having me. I'm glad to be here at Optiven headquarters in Nairobi. And I'm down here in Kenya. I had to come and make this visit and meet with the founder of the Optiven, foundation, and companies. So I'm so glad to be here, even to visit the headquarters. This is a place where I always wanted to come, because it is nice to partner with people that are doing wonderful things here in Kenya.
Maybe Mr. Kimani, I'd like to ask you, what do you like about Optiven?
What I like about Optiven is what they are doing here for our people. It is all about empowering our people here in Kenya and also in diaspora. I have seen the work they have done. I've been associated with Mr. Washiori. Wow. And truly, you have made a difference in a lot of people's lives. You know, whether it's in diaspora or here in Kenya. I'm also aware of the foundations, you know, that he has founded here in Kenya and the work that he is doing. And I'll tell you, I have not met anybody else who is doing what the Optiven is doing here in Kenya.
And maybe I'd like to ask you, what do you like about Optiven properties project, Mr. Kimani?
About the Optiven properties, you know, their credibility is what I like most. You know, in a diaspora where we are, the thing that we don't find is people, credible people that we can trust, you know, because we want to invest back here, you know, back home. And that is everybody's aim when you are in diaspora. You know, home is best, east or west. And if you find somebody that you can trust and know you can invest with them, and your investment will grow while you're still in diaspora, doing whatever you are doing, that is the most important thing.
So what is your comment about, like in our properties, we ensure that there's water, there's power, you know, we ensure that the projects are green, the land is prepared, ready for construction. What is your comment about that?
That is incredible because it sets the pace. When you want to invest, you just don't want to invest anywhere. You want to invest with somebody who is developing their land.
Correct.
You know, and you want the amenities to be there. So when you come, whether you want to build your house, you can just straight away go ahead and start the construction. You know, not grounds. You know, we are buying properties, or we were a while back before we met Optiven. And you could buy properties in areas that are not developed. There is no water, there is no electricity, there are no roads. And that investment will take time to grow. But with your investment, the pace is way faster, you know, for growth for our investments. Whether we are buying it for investment or whether we are buying it to build a home, you know, it is ready to be built. You know, and you can just come in and start the construction right away. There is water, there is roads, you know, you have truly, you know, prepare the ground for us.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. You know, that's very humbling. What is your word to diaspora people when it comes to investment, especially in partnership with Optiven Real Estate?
Our thing is to encourage them to come back home and invest here. And a lot of them, as young as they are looking for those investments because we are encouraging them. Start investing when you are young. Don't wait, you know, to enjoy life like most people used to do. But set apart a little part of your earnings and start investing at a very early age. And that is how your investment will grow. Your investment will grow with you. And when you are provided a vehicle like Optiven, what else can you ask for? You know, the roadmap is set for you. All you have to do is step in, partner with Optiven, and see your investment grow. Yes.
Wow, thank you so much.
Well, it is exactly that hour where we discuss road safety matters, and today I'm sitting down with David Njoroge, who's the chairman, Road Safety Association of Kenya. What are your concerns in regard to the policies, regulations, and laws that govern us on our roads in this country? And what do you think ought to be changed when it comes to how we approach achieving road safety in this country? You have a voice that is very powerful this morning. The only way you can be part of the conversation instantly is first on our WhatsApp number that is at the bottom or top of your screen at this very minute, and also on our social media platforms where we're very active and live on Facebook at Lookup TV, on Twitter at Lookup TV, at Doris Anki, hashtag The Morning Drift, and of course this is the Arrive Alive. Now let's take a look at what exactly is going on in this country in regards to policies that for a fact are important and have a great impact on road safety. But first, meet my guest, Karibu Sana.
Asante, thank you very much.
How are you?
Very much fine. Yes.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
And Kenyans are waiting to hear from you.
Thank you very much.
So first, I will allow you the honor to say good morning to them back at home, and probably they can now feel like you have opened the platform for their questions.
Thank you.
Karibu.
Morning, viewer. I appreciate, first of all, my name. I'm David Njoroge Kiari. I'm the chairperson, Road Safety Association of Kenya. Yeah.
All right, sir. The fact that you are talking about an association, you know, first we'd like to know what the association entails and what you people do on the ground.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me say the association, most our work is to make sure that our roads are safe. We make sure that if it is these policies, what are they done, what is supposed to be done, we advise the government, like we did great when NTSA was being formed. We were trying to advise the government that we needed an authority which will oversee everything to do with safety on our country. And good luck, they listened to us.
Amazing.
And we were given NTSA.
Amazing.
Yeah, sure.
So there was a voice that actually made NTSA birth.
Yeah, sure.
So we appreciate that. And I'm really curious, if you are older than NTSA, then how old are we looking at the association? How old is the association?
Let me say from 2002. That is when we formed the association. So, and we've been trying because you see, we lose our people. So
Thousands.
the association is to make sure that what can we do, what can be done to save these lives. And that is our main concern.
I'm sorry, sir, if I'm going to delve deeper a lot more into the association, because it's important for the viewer to understand why you're here and in what capacity. I'm looking at the stakeholders and members of the association. Who are we looking at?
Let me say we have a variety of big number of members, and particularly we were concentrating on cooperatives to join the association. We have some banks which support us. We have the stakeholders like Matatu. We have those border borders. We have these long distance drivers. Now we try to get all the stakeholders so that we have members. So the time we discuss about safety, we are talking about everything which entails to our roads.
Amazing. Allow me to start from the note of the fuel crisis, and now they call it fuel reprieve. Did it hit you at any point? What did the association pick from, you know, I would call it a wake-up call, just a week or few days that Kenyans actually felt it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me say, I think this thing hit, everybody was hit by the situation which was there. And it was not a very good situation, and it is sad because it's part of what we've been complaining in this country. We have so many cartels who want to make more money than anybody else. Because now when you talk at it was about Russia and Ukraine, and we know very well that Kenya, there are no sanctions in this country. So we can get what we need from Russia and Ukraine. So when they say that it's the war, I think something, but the same, my Kenya, the country I love, but we have so many corrupt people in this country.
All right.
And cartels. That is all the problem. Somebody somewhere have made billions somewhere.
So as others were suffering, someone was making
somebody
billions
was
out
making
of it.
billions.
We have seen the president's action. You know, we are going past the, you know, the damage that has been done, and we're looking at now. They're saying there's fuel in different other stations today. Other fuel stations, however, are still giving you a maximum of 2,000 shillings in your tank. Are there policies that are supposed to be governing this situation as we're speaking? Because we've seen the president give about 34.4 billion shillings now to cushion Kenyans.
I think because he signed this thing yesterday, I think by today, this problem will be solved.
All right.
And he said it very clear that those cartels, because it's for sure we had fuel in this country, but some people had just wanted at least the price to go up, all these things. People want to make more money. So let The fact is that there's no fuel which has come from Ukraine or from Russia when the president talked. So this fuel was still in this country. So.
But the question is, why did it take him so long?
Sometimes I believe we have a problem with the advisors.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
All right.
Because even on our sector, road safety, we still have that problem with those people who advise our president. Because most of these things, the president, unless there is the outcry of people, but they are the people who advise the president. Even on our sector, they have really failed us. This is why you see in Kenya, we are losing so many lives. Because like a very good example, somebody just went to the president, convinced the president that NTSA are supposed to be removed from the road because there are more accidents. But they did not go to the figures. It's showing that when NTSA was there every year, we were decreasing the number.
Okay.
Now from that time, the number has gone up.
Again.
Very high. So, those people who are advising our president, I don't know, there is a problem there.
When you speak about advising the president, we always look at policies as part of governance, very vital and very critical.
Let me tell you, in Kenya we have many policies. Even now we have policies about the fuel. We
yes.
Now we have these policies, but who follow these policies? Who is supposed to make sure that the implementation is there? Who is that person? That is a person maybe who is making this money or who is making a kill, and he's the one who is supposed to make sure that enforcement is there. So it's the big shot, big people. It's not those people who are selling this fuel in the petrol station. No,
right.
They are the policy makers. Those are the people. That is where we have a problem.
When you say that is where we have a problem, I want you to bring us, up to speed again. You say there are the big shots in this, field that might be making, quite some. And you're saying it's the policy maker. Once you say that, I'm seeing a very big problem because we rely on these policies for sustainable mobility. So identifying this problem, what then? What next?
Let me say, I think this problem will be solved because Kenyans now know the truth. That is the beauty of it, and that is why you see now the government came in after we realized that this shortage is not coming from Ukraine and
it was an artificial crisis.
Some people somewhere are creating it so that they make money. This is normal in this country. You see, even when there is any shortage of anything, that is exactly what happens.
Mr. Njoroge, I want us to go into details on what are the laid policies, if you have any in your mind right now. Or discord in rather the enforcement and evaluation.
Let me say we even have bodies which govern this fuel situation. We have bodies.
You want to mention a few?
Yeah. So, and what I want to tell you is that whatever happens, these policies are never followed. And not only about fuel. I'm talking even on our side, when I'm talking about road safety. We have so many policies. And the people who make these policies, who are supposed to make sure that the implementation or enforcement is followed, it is not at all followed. Who are supposed to be enforcing? Now, when we talk of fuel shortage, who are these people? Who import this fuel in the first place? Who import this fuel? Where is the fuel? Where are we getting this fuel from? Why do we have it now when the president signed? Why? Where was it? Those are the questions we should ask ourselves. That there are some people, there are people somewhere, seated somewhere, planning all these shortages you see. And as I told you, we have enough policies about even governing this fuel and all this, how the oil will come from this country. It has a policy, how it will reach the fueling station. We have all those, but who follows that? Who is enforcing? We don't have an enforcer.
All right, and I want to also hear from the viewer watching this morning. Do you agree with the doctor, Mr. Njoroge, right here on set, who is the chairman at the Road Safety Association of Kenya, saying we have great policies even around the fuel, issue, but we lack enforcement, evaluation, following up, and monitoring of those particular policies. And of course, I want to appreciate Sami Kip Kosgei saying, I'm watching live from Kapsabet, Kimam. Thank you very much. And of course, Edgar Handsome Wanyahururu, as always, I appreciate your presence on social media. Joyce Kimari saying, drifting from South Africa. And Frederick Flavio Dongo is saying, as fuel crisis is concerned, as far as fuel crisis is concerned, I'm really worried with my country. Kwani ile tuliambiwa inachimbwa Turkana ni maziwa. Yeah, this is also a Kenyan, and he's watching, and that is Frederick Flavio Dongo saying, as far as fuel crisis is concerned, I'm really worried with my country. Kwani ile tuliambiwa inachimbwa Turkana ni maziwa. Maybe you want to respond to that particular...
Let me tell the gentleman that it is true. We were told there was fuel in Achimbwa and the companies went. We don't know what went. That information I don't have. But the fact is that in Kenya, we are buying, the fuel in Kenya is more expensive than even in Uganda.
Yes.
And the fuel which goes to Uganda passes through this country. So this is what I'm telling you is the cartel in between. Because how then? This fuel come through this country, and when you go to Uganda, you get it cheaper than where this fuel is coming before it goes to Uganda. So there is a lot of cartel in this sector of oil. And I think time has come. I think the president said yesterday, I think these cartels now, they must be named. We need to know who are these people who are controlling fuel in this country.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And that will be the solution if we know them.
So you're actually agreeing with me, therefore, that there is a wake-up call for Kenyans. But I want us to take a short breather. People have now been throwing a lot of memes, let's say, and a lot of funny videos on TikTok, either borrowed from across the globe. And just an easy moment, you are watching #The Morning Drift. This really fascinated me. I really had a good laugh. And I want to take a look at this video of, well, you don't need fuel anymore. If that is ready, this should actually make your morning. Take a look. All right, that was a very short clip. I believe it made your day. It did make my day. I am looking at a skater here, and he's hanging on to this track. And I wanted to ask you, sir, if you have seen such things happening on the road. You have, cyclists hanging onto a track. We have had people sit on top of tracks. You are under road safety, and I don't know if you pick these things once in a while and what you have to say about such incidents.
It is very dangerous. Very, very dangerous, but Kenya is another country. Remember somebody hanging on a chopper, and you can imagine it's going on up there, and you can imagine what can happen. So it is very dangerous because anything can happen. That person can lose his life or he can be maimed forever.
What actions do you guys take as an association? I wanted to show you one where there is a donkey, moving with a van. So I think that's going to come in shortly.
Now, with this now, unless we do what we call civic education, we need to educate our people. What dangers are there? Because the police are not everywhere. And also, even if it is NTSA, even us, we are not everywhere. But now, we need to sit as a country. We need to educate our people. Civic education is very important because long time ago, people used to be educated about road safety.
Oh, you're talking about a long time ago?
A long time ago.
So
but this curriculum, we don't know what happened now. And it should go back to primary, whereby somebody is taught about road safety. What is road safety? there's a lot towards road safety.
Okay.
How you can close the road, how you can behave when you find a driver is drunk, how you can behave to save somebody's life. Or all these people need to be educated.
All right, and
Yeah.
I'm looking at, of course, our driving schools. I'm looking at road safety experts. I'm looking at the association. And allow me to read this. Hazard Simiyu is saying, locked in from Kajiado. Much appreciated. Edwin Kipkirui, great to read from you, saying, government interventions must always be late, so Kenyans can beg and gnash their teeth. You know, and saying, okay, first it was fertilizer, then fuel. Interventions always come late so that Kenyans feel indebted to the authorities and the government. It's really sad. And that's what I was asking
very
you.
sad, yeah.
Why did it take so much time for a particular asset? You know, just making this clear and cushioning Kenyans all enough. I was actually asking myself how much damage had happened within, whether it's 3 days, 5 days, or a week before action was taken.
It's a very big damage.
Okay.
And as the viewer is saying there, it's a very sad situation that always this country, our government will react when things have already happened.
All right.
Because I don't know why it took this long for our president to talk. I don't know what was happening, because these are things the outcry was there. But some things, now we can't talk much about our president. He's a CEO of this country.
All right.
But I think we would like him to understand that his people are failing him, because they should have advised him earlier and before, so that he would even advise Kenyans on what to do. Because I'm telling you, and as I repeat again, we did not have any crisis. This is something which was created so that people make money.
All right, I'm glad that you're the chairman of the Road Safety Association of Kenya, talking about civic education and saying that there was need to actually talk to Kenyans. I believe mentioning that our president is the CEO of this country, and I know he's watching, His Excellency. It's good to have you watch the Morning Drift this very hour. There is need, like you said. Kenyans, if we went out to do vox pops, would tell us they don't really understand what's going on. A lot of speculation and miscommunication also running through social media as well. You are very vital. I don't know if you check information as well, and when it goes around social media in regards to road safety, is this something the association also monitors?
We do monitor a lot, because you cannot discuss about road safety if you don't monitor and know what is happening in this area all over this country.
Yes.
So, but what I want to tell you, as I had told you, about implementation of our policies, because like now, a good example, how do we educate our people, particularly when we are talking about road safety? This should start from even the driving school itself. But you see an expose which was there the other day, whereby you can get a license even without going to school. So these are some of the things which we must make sure that are not happening. Yeah, because it was an expose by an international media. And you can imagine, in our own country, so we have so many drivers on our road who never went to school. So what do you expect from there? It's just death and maiming our people.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I like that you're very, key on, talking to driving schools and civic education being the heart maybe of what the association is pushing as the objective. Allow me to read another comment here by Joyce Kimari saying, who are these cartels? Remember mentioning earlier there are cartels. Joyce Kimari is watching from South Africa, so she's pretty much echoing what you said. Who are these cartels? Why can't they be named? All right, the common mwananchi is the one suffering. We need to say no to corruption. Let's not say that Kenya is another country. We need to get it right. Again, I'll read that again. Joyce Kimari's comment saying, who are these cartels? Why can't they be named? The common mwananchi is the one suffering. We need to say no to corruption. Let's not say that Kenya is another country. We need to get it right. The association, of course, you mentioned, number one, you are aware that there are cartels.
Yeah.
Number two, you are fully aware that there is corruption.
Yeah.
I read one of the tweets talking about bribery going on, and it's such a menace. I don't know what you have put on the ground.
I want to give you an example.
Yes.
It is even very dangerous in this country if you mention those cartels, because they will get after you. Just the expose of BBC, it was very clear. Some people in inspection centers who just get money and let a vehicle pass without going for inspection.
Okay.
But after that, what happened later? Nothing happened. So who was supposed to take that action? Nobody took any action. It was just a story. And everything is going on. So the cartels are known. But who is that person who is going to name those cartels? Sometimes even you fear. Because like for instance, when we did that clip, BBC interviewed me. And I told them, it is true. In Kenya, you can drive a vehicle without even going to school. It is true, a vehicle can go through. And they did it practically. They went, they got the license, they took a vehicle to inspection. All these things happened, and it was in a media. And nothing has happened. Up to date. So now it is us as the association now, and this is action we are taking. We had given them up 2 weeks. If they don't act, now we have to go to court. We don't have an alternative because we cannot continue seeing this, our people dying on our roads. So we must agree to talk. Everybody must say something. We don't have to keep quiet. If you see such things happening, and as the viewer asked, why are we not mentioning their names? So the time is coming whereby even those cartels, they should know that there is that time coming that they will be known what they are doing to Kenyans. Because many people are suffering because of them.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, an international credible TV station aired the Killer Roads Kenya. Actually, they called it Kenya Killer Roads. And of course, by now he has mentioned to you that particular international broadcast television. But we're coming in shortly after the break. Please send in your concerns. I'm seated here with Mr. Njoroge, who is the chairman of the Road Safety Association of Kenya, talking out very clearly, saying he gave his sentiments on the killer roads, but nothing yet in regards to, of course, as far as implementation is concerned, has been done. There seems to be not light at the end of the tunnel. But you're the Kenyan watching this morning. What are your concerns, perspectives, and where do you sit when it comes to this discussion? I'm coming in shortly still after the break with the Arrival Live.
Broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries. Book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542 700 893 542 or email us on sales@look-up.tv.
Are you looking to turn your passion to purpose? Vera Beauty and Fashion College now brings you online classes at the comfort of your home. We are an activated-approved institution with over 20 years experience in training competency-based courses in fashion design and creative arts, cosmetology, hairdressing, beauty therapy, interior design in soft furnishings, event decoration and flower arrangement, hospitality and catering, and training of trainers. To enroll, call us today on 0704 577 577 or visit our website at www.verabeautycollege.com. Vera Beauty and Fashion College, a center of excellence.
Welcome to Look Up Guest House, Retreat and Prayer Center. When you first come in, we will be happy to receive you at our reception, then proceed to our cozy and well-equipped accommodation facilities. We aim to provide our guests with a unique, comfortable and worthwhile experience. Here at Look Up Guest House, we provide our guests with a continuous supply of room amenities. a cool environment for all your retreat activities.
Look Up Guest House Retreat and Prayer Center. For reservation, contact us on info@lookupguesthouse.org or call us on 0746 788 707.
Yippee! Kamata floating at 349K. Oh yes! For only 349,000 Kenyan shillings, you become a plot owner at the Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki. The Great Oasis Gardens, Nanyuki is located along the Nanyuki Road, only 11 minutes from the City Mall and right opposite Mount Kenya Wildlife Estate. This is the best place to establish the getaway home that you have always dreamt about. For every 349,000 that you deposit or pay as installment towards any of Optiven's plots of land, you get 10K cash back instantly. Jaza basi tuene Nanyuki. Bigger is indeed better.
Okay, so what is your top manifesto for children?
Children to be children.
When we are working on Kenya report to the African Committee on the Rights and Welfare of the Child, we need to hear voices from all the 47 counties, voices of the children.
Involving children in any policy making, even at the village level, is as important as implementing it.
Majority of the children that are born today, you have a family of 8. The woman doesn't have a job. She doesn't have a husband. She's a single mother or she's a widow. And she's got 8 children. She can't feed them.
Pastors, seminary students, and congregation members who are attending Shincheonji Online Seminar, Testimony on the Revelation of the Old and New Testaments by Chapter, it is nice to meet you. My name is Tan Youngjin, and I'll be your host today.
Wahudumu wa afya, ikifika saa 6 usiku hatutakuwa kazini.
Uzalishaji na siasa katika kuelimisha na kutoa hamasa ya kipekee.
Tunataka uchumi wa Kenya usaidie mkubwa kwa wadogo.
Ungana nami la Kaungo ninapoleta taarifa hizi hapa Look Up TV.
Get a chance to wake up as a tourist as you view Mount Kenya every day by buying a plot of land at Wema Gardens, Naru Moru. At only 400 meters off tarmac, this is the right place to build your dream home, cottages or holiday homes. You can also buy this property to give to your children as a special inheritance. Water and electricity are in the vicinity, while neighbors are already building their homes. These plots are specially ready for you with title deeds scheduled to be out in 6 months. Buy a 50 by 100 plot of land at Wema Gardens for only 399,000 Kenya shillings. You can also pay for your plot through our friendly 1-year installments plan.
Welcome to Look Up Guest House, Retreat and Prayer Center. When you first come in, we will be happy to receive you at our reception, then proceed to our cozy and well-equipped accommodation facilities. We aim to provide our guests with a unique, comfortable, and worthwhile experience. Here at Look Up Guest House, we provide our guests with a continuous supply of room amenities. A cool environment for all your retreat activities.
Look Up Guest House, Retreat and Prayer Center. For reservation, contact us on info@lookupguesthouse.org or call us on 0746 788 707.
Hello everyone from wherever you're watching us, and welcome to Total News Insights here at Look Up TV.
We are bringing you a new experience,
where children speak for themselves and make their views count. Yes, an experience.
We will bring you news for children by children and involve you in hot discussions on children's rights.
We're going to discuss about the Kenya Children's Assembly.
Children in leadership. We have the governor and the deputy governor here. I mean, those are great titles, so man.
There are others which are younger than like 5 years or something.
Join me, Omar Hamed, from Total News Insights every Saturday at 8 p.m. only on Look Up TV.
Want to grow your business? Broadcast your sermon, share birthday wishes, make funeral announcements, produce adverts and documentaries, then book and advertise with us today by calling us on +254 700 893 542
700-893-542
or email us on sales@look-up.tv.
Well, it is a beautiful day indeed. Have you been looking forward to the big conversation? I have been, and every Thursday, one of the things that stands out for me is the aspect of health. And today, for those of us who have always tried to figure out what